Joaquim Dos Santos, Kemp Powers, and Justin K. Thompson direct the new Spider-Man movie, Spiderman Across the Spiderverse, which is about Miles Morales um, going against a new threat. But when a bunch of other Spider-Man people that he meets class with him on how to stop this new threat, he needs to find his purpose and meaning within the Spider-Man universe. Which is kind of cool. This is a sequel to the original movie, a part 2. It's called of a movie called Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Um, uh, just a little context. I have not seen that movie in a while. I think I only saw it when it came out, which was in 2018. So yeah, it's been quite a while, but Spider-Man has always been one of my favorite superheroes. I'm not really a big superhero guy. If you don't know, I'm not really into watching superhero movies just because I just don't find their character like studies in the movies interesting, and just but with Spider-Man, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for like a human story to be presented with just a high school boy trying to come to terms with being tasked being tasked with becoming this very well-known superhero while also just trying to be a normal teenage kid. And so yeah, the heart of Spider-Man I really do enjoy, and I think that mixed with lots of the action can make for a very well made Spider-Man movie. But does this movie reflect what I love so much about Spider-Man and so much more? Let's see. Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. Like I said, it's a new Spider-Man animated movie, and just get right into it. This movie is insane. It's insane in a really good way. Let me preface that. It's a movie that in this animation style is just like the first movie, has very comic book influences. It's like you're watching a comic book and there's lots of like words being thrown at you, and there's also lots of animation styles other than the comic book uh, style that they use in this movie that they throw at you, which I think is a very cool kind of just nod to different animation styles, and just a very cool, really unique way to tell your story. One thing I will say about the animation is just because they're going through this comic book style, there is lots of words and information of where they are that are thrown at you, and sometimes your eyes can't catch it all because it's all over the place. But it doesn't really change anything. It just means it's a really rewatchable movie because of the animation style, because you'll catch something different every time, which is nice. This movie stars Jason Schwartzman, Oscar Isaac, Shamik Moore, and Haley Steinfeld. Sorry, I forgot to add their names in the beginning of the review. But Shamik Moore plays our main character, Spider-Man, aka Miles Morales. And he's a very well rounded character, I think. You really, in this movie, get to see a lot more of what being Spider-Man means to him, and and just what all the implications of being Spider-Man, the stress, the joy. You get to really all kind of see all of that, and it's kind of a celebration for Spider-Man. This movie is because you really get to understand within the lore of this movie that they explain. You get to really know even more about the Spider-Man universe than you ever had before. They explain the main the main structure for Spider-Man and what every Spider-Man movie has done before it, but they go more in depth on um what can and can't happen and what might happen if something different happens within the uh context of what every single Spider-Man has gone through and just how everything plays out because they're all Spider-Man, so they've all pretty much had to deal with the same stuff, same story. But what if something flipped? What if something happened? Which I think is a very cool concept and just makes what I love about Spider-Man and stuff like that just more fleshed out and a little bit more interesting, which is very nice. So at the beginning of this review, I did say that my favorite kind of aspect of Spider-Man is kind of the human aspect, and the filmmakers of this movie really know that too. There is just a very nice story of Miles, just like in every Spider-Man movie, trying to balance his family and try not to make his family feel left out, but also knowing that he, like, every night or something, or every few hours, he has to go save this new threat that he's trying to spot. No pun intended, because the main character, villain character, is named Spot. Okay. So, anyway, yeah, um, just a very human story that really sets off the film and makes you really care more when the stakes happen, when the drama happens, when all the intense moments happen. You really care because you get to really be invested in all of Miles' life and what their parents are like, and it does spawn for some very good humor too. I thought this movie was very funny, very witty at times. There's also uh, so this movie is directed by 3 directors, which is a lot of directors for a movie. You wouldn't really think that 3 directors would, like, three directors would kind of have clashing tones and different ideas and kind of make a messy of a movie. But I honestly think that they work so well together, not just for the reasons I just explained, but also um, you get to really know a lot about each Spider-Man character and the pacing for each um, uh, like Spider-Man's backstory and stuff is very well done. I think that's a mix of the directing and the writing, of course. But you get to really know a lot about each Spider-Man. There's callbacks to the original, which still makes sense if you have not seen the original. Uh, no spoilers, but I think you will, at moments, have a little more of an awe factor and a little bit more of a emotional connection if you have seen that first film, whether you remember it from a long time ago or you watched it just before you went in to see this. But for the most part, every single character's backstory is very well defined. There's a lot of Spider-Man characters in here, but thankfully, because they're all pretty interesting, I think that's another reason that rewatch on this movie is so much fun, because you will think more about each character each time and think more about within their backstory and just something more interesting to think about. So yes, anyways guys, that is my thoughts on Spider-Man into Across the Spiderverse. Let me know your thoughts of Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse in the comment section down below. Did you not like it? Did you like it? Also, tell me in the comment section down below, is Spider-Man your favorite superhero? Like mine, are you not really into superhero movies like you? But maybe Spider-Man saved the day, just like he did with my enjoyment of his films. Um, uh, Tell me all of that in the comment section down below, as well as maybe movie suggestions that you can tell me, so then I can tell you my opinion if a movie is worth watching or not, and I can check it out. But yes, guys, until then, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.